Hello, everybody. I'm Washboard Jim. I want to talk about a little bit about immigration, legal and illegal. I don't support these protests or these riots or this hate by the left. It just shows their ignorance on supporting the criminal element of the United States. So we had an influx of illegal criminals, immigrants, come over the border during the Biden-Harris regime. Can't even count how many it was. We know it was more than 12 million. Some are estimating up to 20 million of illegal immigrants that have never been vented. So that's the difference between legal, where you got people waiting in line to come into this country, studying, going to college, trying to make the best of themselves, and then they got to wait in line, and then you got these illegal immigrants thrown out of prisons, mental institutions, off the streets, just all the scallywags kind of clean up the other countries and bring them into America. And we've had a fentanyl epidemic in the past 4 years that have killed hundreds of thousands of Americans because of the open border policy. We've also had murders and rapes, and we've also had over 300 children missing due to this calamity that the Biden-Harris regime did. But all they want, no matter what cost, no matter how much taxpayer money, and no matter how much you go in debt, they need the vote. Because people cannot stand this party anymore. They've lost their roots. They've lost the working class. They've lost the middle class. And now they stand up for the criminal, the rapist, and the human trafficker. So I want nothing to do with them, and we're going to see what Barack Obama has to say about this. Let's get it on, Barack.
And often this argument is framed in moral terms. Why should we punish people who are just trying to earn a living? I recognize the sense of compassion that drives this argument. But I believe such an indiscriminate approach would be both unwise and unfair. It would suggest to those thinking about coming here illegally that there will be no repercussions for such a decision. And this could lead to a surge in more illegal immigration. And it would also ignore the millions of people around the world who are waiting in line to come here legally.
Millions waiting legally.
Ultimately, our nation, like all nations, has the right and obligation to control its borders and set laws for residency and citizenship. And no matter how decent they are, no matter their reasons, the 11 million who broke these laws should be held accountable.
As an ex-liberal, I used to be a Democrat. But the Democrat Party left me. I didn't leave them. I would never support a criminal. I would never support a rapist. Or I'd never support human trafficking. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't support that this last administration did, especially all that money they spent that caused high inflation. Plus, the surge of illegal criminals coming through the border also caused that inflation. It also caused a housing crisis. So the liberals thought they could put them up in five-star hotels, give them free food, free health care, and give them that little registration ticket so they can vote. It's disgusting, and I can't stand it. I'm happy as I've ever been that Donald Trump was voted into office, because I'm not a criminal, and I don't stand up for that. So everybody have a great day. I do not support human trafficking. Adios.